Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, all that good stuff. Today is pretty exciting because we're taking a look at a pair of shoes that I've been waiting quite some time for. I mean, like, quite some time. Today, we're looking at the Li-Ning Way of Wade 9
Infinity
Caution. These released on November 20th for a whopping $255 US. Pretty big chunk of change, but these are a really fancy performance shoe. I reviewed the Way of Wade All City 9 V1.5 not too long ago. Make sure to check that out. Now, I spoke about these taking a while to get here, but it is understandable because these are coming all the way from China. That is something to consider if you are ordering these and living in the United States. These might take a little longer to get here, so just be patient. You have to wait almost as long as you would if you were to place an order on Go. But you may remember this pair from ComplexCon. Dwayne Wade, whose sneakers these are, was wearing these at ComplexCon 2021. But let's get right into it and explore the features of the Li-Ning Way of Wade 9 Infinity Caution. You have an extremely loud orange mesh sitting atop the sneaker. The whole shoe is this really loud orange actually, and this was inspired by hazard signs. But this upper material contains tons of 3M graphics and lettering on there. You have things like caution and code, D Wade, all written on the lateral side. And flipping it to the medial side, you have these 3M hits, just lines going along the side. You also have this equally loud pull and lock strap at the top of the ankle, and you can see Dwayne Wade's name written, circling around that ankle. He had to let you guys know that this was his shoe. The 9 is definitely my favorite silhouette coming from Li-Ning so far, so can't even blame Dwayne Wade. You know, you gotta throw your name all over this sneaker. Below the strap in the front, you have this zipper running all the way down to the forefoot, and I love what's going on behind the zipper. So you probably saw those knobs on the lateral side of the sneaker. I purposefully did not mention those because now we get to talk about the lacing system in the Way of Wade 9 Infinity pair. This sneaker features the BOA Lacing System, which is controlled by these knobs here on the lateral side. You just make sure that the knob is pushed in, and then you turn and the cords on the inside tighten onto your foot. I personally love any shoe that dismisses traditional lacing because let's face it, lacing up your shoes is a big chore. An old dinosaur like me can barely bend down and touch my toes, so I don't want to be going down there to tie my shoes. It just takes too much energy. So I love any sneaker that features an alternative to that. I will say that this ankle part doesn't really get much love on the sneaker, as it's just this thin layering of the mesh. That is another thing to keep in mind. Maybe you have to pair this with an ankle brace. Moving on to the midsole of this sneaker, Li-Ning and Dwayne Wade utilize some of that boom cushioning in this sneaker, as well as a full carbon fiber plate. You can see this eclipse plate here in the middle. The shoe has this weird positioning where it's rocking back and forth like a rocking chair. Makes it look even more interesting. It's kind of like a futuristic elf shoe. And as quirky as the shoe looks, it's actually surprising to me that this is a solid performance shoe. D-Wade was definitely in his fashion bag with these, but it seems like Way of Wade was able to hit both targets as far as something that looks good and performs well. I don't know what's going on with the water in Chicago, but Dwayne Wade and Kanye West definitely are putting out the best looking basketball shoes today. Here's a quick flip to the outsole as well. A whole lot of orange all over this shoe. You have solid traction, a lot of bumps here, and you have those atoms that are connecting. So we know the features of the Li-Ning Way of Wade 9 Infinity Caution. Now let's slap these on foot and see what they feel like.
Merry Christmas, little mama. Yeah, yeah. 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 Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas. All them gifts need give her out. Fireplace on kickback. Christmas dinner, you did that. Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, little mama. Yeah, yeah. 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 Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, little mama. Merry Christmas. All them gifts, nigga, give her up. 5 places, some kick back. Christmas dinner, you get that. Merry Christmas, little mama.
Okay, this is an interesting basketball shoe. I have trouble even viewing it as such because it's so fancy. Seems like more of a high-end fashion sneaker, and although the price range is kind of high, after you think about the technology that is in this shoe, it's actually not that bad compared to other sneakers that are coming out in the basketball realm. In terms of sizing, I would definitely recommend going up at least a half size. I went with an 11.5. I usually go with an 11, but I feel that with the Way of Wade 9, with that eclipse plate, your foot is kind of launched forward a little bit, so it is always best to go up at least a half size. If you have a wider foot, maybe you want to consider going up a full size. I did have concerns about the ankle area, but again, you can slap these on with an ankle brace, and I'm sure that there are professional basketball players playing in these, right? I haven't seen D'Angelo Russell playing in the Infinity pairs, but I know that he's always playing in the Way of Wade 9, which is just the low-cut version of this that includes laces. Speaking of D'Angelo Russell, shout out to my guy. There have been some recent leaked pictures of his first signature sneaker with Way of Wade. Cannot wait for that to drop, and we will definitely bring a review here to the channel. He's also been showing off the Way of Wade 10 recently, which is set to release on December 25th. Lots of exciting news coming from Li-Ning and Way of Wade. If you haven't hooped in their sneakers yet, this is definitely a brand that you want to look into. Overall, the 9 Infinity is a dope sneaker to me. I would probably wear these more casually, but it does have all the tools to be an efficient basketball sneaker. Oh, happy holidays to everyone tuning in and watching this video. Hopefully you're surrounded by loved ones and having a great time. Let me know what you think of the Li-Ning Way of Wade Infinity 9 Caution. Is this a cop or a drop? Also, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Li-Ning Way of Wade 10? Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and if you made it to this point in the video, comment Wade in the water. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.